Hi everyone and welcome to today's morning report with me, Richard Perry, market analyst at Hantech Markets for Tuesday the 22nd of April. The handover that the European markets have had has certainly been a fairly positive one. The European markets have been closed for the Easter break and playing a bit of catch up today. A couple of days of gains. There have actually been a whole week of gains now for the States. So European markets are positive on the back of also a decent bout of earnings, specifically from Netflix in the States last night, but also news of M&A action in the pharmaceutical sector with Glaxo and Novartis doing a deal overnight, and that is certainly benefiting FTSE 100 today, up almost 0.9%, and also the DAX, which is up almost 1% in early trading. So nice positive skew for the equity markets, not so much for the currency markets. The yen has strengthened slightly against the dollar, and also Swiss franc is slightly stronger against the dollar as well. So there's a little bit of dollar weakness in the very early European session, with the euro slightly higher, and also sterling, and also in the commodity currencies. Note the strength in the Aussie and New Zealand dollars as well this morning. So some pressure being put on the dollar in the early bit of trading for the European hours anyway. And moving into this afternoon, the housing data is the key announcement that will be focused on by investors today. The existing home sales come out at 3 o'clock British time, and it's expected to once again fall 4.55 million. On the annualised figure, there is the expectation, which is just around about almost 1% lower there on that number, to show continued decline. As you can see, over the past few months the figure has been in decline, so it'll be interesting to see if that decline can be stopped at all or reversed, certainly in light of the recent harsh winter in the States. There may be some sort of interesting turnaround in that number, but the expectation is certainly for a decline to 4.55 million houses, and that is due to come out at 3 o'clock this afternoon. That could have an impact certainly on the dollar this afternoon. Any sort of weakness in that housing number should certainly put further pressure on the dollar. That is pretty much all that we've got to look forward to today. There's not a huge amount of data other than that. Other than the Eurozone consumer confidence that comes out at 3 o'clock as well, down 9.3% is the expectation there, and that is the only real bit of data other than the existing home sales for today. The chart of the day that I'm going to be looking at is Euro Yen. An interesting look about this chart. I've shown you this. This is back over just over 12 months now. That you've got this big uptrend intact, and you're pretty much still playing around with this uptrend. And if I just zoom in slightly here, you can see it more clearly. As I said, you're on this big uptrend, and the move off that uptrend is sort of run out of a bit of steam, you could argue, and there's not really been a huge amount of conviction behind the move higher, and there's a bit of consolidation that's gone on in the past few days. And if I show you the intraday picture, you'll see that even more clearly. This is certainly showing that I think there's a bit of a ceiling in place around 142 in place now, so just be mindful of that. It seems to be that is a fairly consistent bit of ceiling that has been seen over the past month or so in this Euro Yen chart, so that is certainly something that we need to be watching out for. If we zoom in a little bit closer, you can see also that this recovery is sort of just now tailing off somewhat. We had early this morning, we had a break of the reaction low at 141.24. That came very early hours. That was instantly rebounded, but the fact that we had that instant that we had that early test of that level suggests that that is now going to be under consideration, and the fact that also you've got these moving averages on the intraday basis that are tailing off, these momentum indicators have certainly not been able to continue the suggestion of this move higher. Certainly tailing off and becoming far less positive configuration. You could also argue that the MACD lines are becoming increasingly in towards negative territory. So that would suggest that perhaps that rallies are going to be sold into. Certainly in light of the fact that in the last couple of days there's been very little upside ground that's been able to be held onto, so perhaps now in this euro yen chart there's could be another phase to the downside, or at least consolidation whilst the next big move is considered. But certainly at the moment there's a lack of conviction in these bulls, and that is going to give me a little bit of concern behind any sort of bullish move. And as I said, this 142 ceiling level that has also capped the gains in the last few last few weeks, I think is something that we need to bear in mind. So that's Euro Yen, and I wish you good luck in your trading today. As I said, don't forget the housing data at 3 o'clock for the States is the main aspect for traders. Just in the past few minutes or so, you could argue that there's been a slight bit of positive news where the Chinese People's Bank of China has announced that it's going to be cutting the reserve requirement ratio for the rural banks in China, which should be a slightly positive skew. So we'll watch out for how the reaction is to that. But at the moment, there's no major moves that we've seen quite yet in these currencies. Anyway, I wish you good luck in your trading today, and I will speak to you later. Thank you.